This is the time to be listing for Christmas, but if you're struggling with like niche ideas, then make sure that you watch this whole video because I'm going to be giving you 30 Christmas niche ideas to help you make your first 1,000, even your first 10,000 with print on demand. And watch the whole video and stay to the end because in the end, I'm going to be giving you a couple tips to help you be successful. So let's just get right into it. Number one is group items. Group items could be like anything like people that are going on vacations, people that are celebrating like family reunions, like sister trips, girlfriend trips, even like doing like most likely shirts do really well for Christmas. I also love this idea because you're able to increase your AOV, which is your average order volume. So meaning like people come into your shop and they can buy multiple. So instead of them just buying like one item, they can buy 2, 3, 4 plus items. So I love this idea for that reason. Number two is couples. When I was doing research for Christmas, I saw so many items for couples, guys. Like there's a lot of couples that shop for Christmas. And I even noticed that if you can make it funny or clever, and if you don't even know how to be funny, you can go on Google. You can even go into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to help you come up with funny phrases. But couples was a big niche that you can target for Christmas. Number three is personalized family. I saw a lot of shirts, but I guess you can sell sweatshirts, like you can sell other items. But there was a lot of personalization, guys. So if you're going to be going like the family route, I suggest adding like a level of personalization, whether they can change like their name or like a date or whatever it is that you wanted to personalize. But family shirts are really big, especially for this time of year. And I also love this niche because again, people will come in and they can buy 2, 3, 4 plus at a time. So you're able to make more profit. Number four is pets, and more specifically dogs and cats. I'm not saying that other pets don't do well, but guys, people that love dogs and people that love cats, they really do love them. And when I was doing research, these two animals keep coming up so much that I have to talk about those two specifically. And you can even go even more specific, like for example, when it comes to dog and like target specific like dog breeds. But pets is a big one. People love their pets, so I have to talk about it for this whole niche ideas. Number five is in this whole like maybe like pet, but not really pet, is farm animals. People also love their farm animals, guys. And I did a whole like research video on farm animals. So I'm going to be leaving a link in the description for that video. But like chickens, cows, horses, pig, any animals that belongs in the farm, think about those. You can even go specific and like give a specific title, like target the chicken mom or the horse mom or dad or uncle or cousin, however you want to target. But farm animals do really well for Christmas, and especially if you can even go clever with like the names. Number six is anniversaries/weddings. Some people get married on Christmas. Some people celebrate anniversaries during Christmas. So this is one that you can target even like couples, so like you can get like multiples, for somebody to come and buy 2 at a time. You can even go like personalized, so they can add the special date when they, got married, or if they're going to get married, you can also add that date or add names. So this one I have to bring up because there is a lot of people that do celebrate anniversaries or do get married in Christmas or during Christmas. Number seven is the Christian niche. Again, this niche kind of goes hand to hand with like this time of year. So that's why I have to bring it up. It's also a niche that you can go real specific with it. Like there's like, Bible verses or there's phrases. There's so many ways that you can go about targeting this niche. So that's why I had to add it into this whole niche ideas. Number 8 is pregnancy announcements. Guys, people are announcing that they're pregnant all the time. And when it comes to pregnancy announcements, like holidays is a big one, and Christmas is not going to be an exception. For this one, what I noticed that does really well is going funny and clever. So again, if you don't know how to do that, make sure that you are, going to Google, going to ChatGPT, and just doing tons and tons of research to see what's working and see how you can add value. Number 9 is the Bachelorette niche. This is another niche that I love because when people come, they'll buy multiples. So they'll buy 2, 3, 4 plus items at a time. So you're able to make more profit. There's so many people, getting married all the time. And there's going to be a lot of like bachelorette parties that are happening around the holidays. So people are looking for items to wear during this celebration. Number 10 is engagement. There's a lot of people, believe it or not, that actually get engaged on Christmas. So with this one, I love it because you can even go personalize. You can put like the date, obviously, that they got engaged. You can put the person's name. You can put like their soon-to-be last name. So there's so many ways you can go about this one, but I have to put this one on the list because there is a ton of people that will be getting engaged during the holiday season. Number 11 is like Halloween with the Christmas spin. When I was doing research, guys, there's so many people that love Halloween so much that they will literally take it over for Christmas. So I saw like, you know, like ghosts, like wearing like ghosts with like lights, or like ghosts with like Santa hats. So this one is a good one because if you're already creating designs for Halloween, just swap them out with like something that will symbolize Christmas for like that niche, because there is so many people that love Halloween so much that they take their Halloween like things all the way into Christmas. Number 12 is the family niche. The family niche incorporates like, you know, grandma, grandpa, uncle, auntie, like even like stepmothers, stepfather, like godmother, godfather, like all those people that are part of a family. This niche does really well for this, you know, time of year. And if you can even go specific about like what each person calls like their family member, you can even go clever. So there's so many ways that you can go about, you know, targeting this niche, but the family niche is a great niche to get into. Number 13 is coffee. For all the coffee lovers, whether you love iced coffee, hot coffee, they love to scream that and wear it. So this is a great niche to get into. So whether you're going to go target the iced coffee people, the hot people that drink hot coffee, or all of them, if you can incorporate some type of like Christmas spin to this niche is really great and it's an amazing one to get into. Number 14 is nurses. Look, nurses have to work holidays and Christmas is not going to be an exception. So for this one, if you can even go specific and like go into like targeting the specific type of nurses, you know, this one is a great niche to get into for this holiday season. Number 15 are other like healthcare workers or people that work like, you know, in like hospitals or clinics that are not just nurses, because this is the thing. Nurses do make like, you know, a big component of like the healthcare, and like if you're searching like on Etsy, you are going to be seeing a lot of nurses items, but there's other people that also work in these settings that are also having to work this holidays. Like it's like therapists and pharmacists and lab people, and the list goes on. And if you're really wanting like a more in-depth list of all the people that work in this healthcare areas, then make sure that you do check out the Podsubn resource that I'm going to be leaving a link for in the description, guys. I made this whole resource with you in mind. It has like 10 plus niches and 200 plus sub niches about all the like niches that I've done research for on Etsy that do sell on Etsy. It's a done for you resource. All the niches are already in there. You just have to like, you know, find whichever one you like and use it, and then just do like your research on what to design for. But if you're looking for more like healthcare, you know, niches, because if I sit here and I'll list all of them to you, this video is gonna go on. I mean, this video is already going to go on. But if you're looking for more like the specific type of like, you know, healthcare niches that do sell well on Etsy, make sure that you do check out that resource. I'm going to be leaving a link for it in the description below. Number 16 is matching. And meaning like matching like either like mommy and me, grandma and me, auntie and me, or grandpa and me and uncle, however you want to do this. This one's do really well for Christmas, and also is an amazing way for you to increase your AOV, your average order volume, because people are gonna come in and buy 2, 3 plus items at a time. Number 17 are teachers. So I'm not sure, I didn't look it up if like when like Christmas fall into, like if it falls like during like, you know, like a weekend, and probably teachers are going to be on like, you know, Christmas break. But just because like they're going to be in Christmas break doesn't mean that they do not want to wear like, you know, holiday themed designs during like the month of Christmas. So this is still a great niche to get into. You can go clever, you can go funny, you can even go into like targeting like the specific types of teachers, like grade levels or like the subjects. There's so many ways that you can go into the teacher niche, and just because they go on to like Christmas break, it doesn't mean that they're not going to want an item that they can wear during the holiday season. Number 18 are hobbies. So People love hobbies. So many people have a ton of hobbies. If you are even in this niche already, if you can find like a holiday spin to it, even better. So there's people that love to bake, there's people that love to cook, fishing, hunting. I mean, the list goes on. But going to like specific hobbies and adding a holiday spin to that will do really well for this time of year. Number 19 is like books and reading. This niche does really well throughout the year, but during the holidays is no exception. Book people love to buy items all the time, especially if you can go clever, funny with it. I saw like a lot of designs of people like doing like a lot of funny and puns when it comes to like matching like holidays and like books. You can even target specific people like a reading teacher or a librarian, but this is a great niche to get into for like the holiday. Number 20 is the mom niche. Again, I know a lot of us want to open Etsy shops and we want to get into Etsy because we want to target the moms. And this is the thing, you can target the moms. But I don't want you to just make a bunch of just general like mama designs and Christmas, because that's just not going to work as a new shop. There's a lot of the big shops that are already doing that. So if you want to do the mom niche, go more to more specific types of moms. Like for me, I'm a twin mom, I'm a homeschool mom. Go and target a specific type of mom, a stepmom, a foster mom. So do it that way and then add the holiday to it. Number 21 is dads. Again, for this one, I would do the same thing. Like, yes, you can create dad designs or dad designs that say Christmas on them or daddy or whatever people call their dad. But if you can go even more specific into the type of dads, and if you can even go funny, clever, because I've noticed that a lot of like dad designs do really well when you can go like funny on them. This will be even better than just creating like a dad Christmas design. Number 22 is the whole Western. I know maybe this is not technically like a niche, it's more like an aesthetic, but I have to put it on its own because guys, the Western theme has been doing so good on Etsy. It was doing good like even last year for like Halloween and Christmas. Western theme was selling really well, and this year is not going to be an exception. So I will even do this one, like incorporate it with other niches that I just mentioned here, like maybe like a Western, aesthetic with like a mom, with a type of mom, or a Western with like a nurse, or a Western with like a teacher. So like just doing this whole like what I like to call like trend combination, where you like get more than two trends and you kind of combine them together. This is a really clever way of mixing that niche. Number 23, I'm cheating a little bit again. This one is another one of those aesthetics, and it's just like the retro hippie. That era is been going on Etsy so strong. Like again, this was selling last year too for like Halloween, for Christmas, and this year is selling again. There's no exception. So the best way that I would say to do this is to combine it with any of the other niches that I've mentioned, in this little like niche idea. So like again, you can do like retro and nurses and retro and teachers, retro and mom. Like there's so many different ways you can do this one. But this whole aesthetic has been doing so well on Etsy and is not going anywhere that I have to mention it. Number 24 is birthdays. Look, people actually have birthdays on Christmas or celebrate birthdays during holidays. So this one I had to talk about because you can even create this into a whole group item, like create a t-shirt for the birthday girl and then create a t-shirt for all the people that are celebrating the birthday girl and make it into like a Christmas spin to it. And then you're able to increase your average order volume because when people come in and buy multiple items. But there's so many people having birthdays during the holidays that they're gonna wanna have like a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, or a mug that screams their birthday, or somebody's gonna want to come in and buy them like a little birthday present. So this one is a great one, especially if you can go clever, funny with it. Number 25 is kids, and with this one I'm talking about like newborns all the way to maybe like teenagers. But I saw so many like personalized like kid shirts and items. Of course, like as parents, you love to like dress up your kids and you love to take like nice and cute pictures. So I have to talk about this one because of course, like when we always think about like niches, when we think about like targeting people on Etsy, we always think about like adults, but like, people also do really well like selling things for kids. So if you're trying to do something different, like not than the usual, or you, instead of wanting to compete for like people that are selling like t-shirts for adults, you can just go the whole like kid area and you can create like personalized, designs, and people can put the kid name on it, or you can put clever phrases on it, or so many different things you can go with this one. But I had to mention it because I saw so many like kid designs when it came to Christmas. Number 26, again, this is not a niche either. This is more of a product, so I'm sorry I'm cheating again, but it's so important that I have to bring it up to this whole like ideas, and it's comfort colors, guys. This type of product has been trending, has been doing really well, and it's not going anywhere. And I think during the holiday season it does even better. For some reason, people just love this type of t-shirt. They even like go into the search box and they will type it in and look it up like that. Last year when I was doing research, or even this year when I was doing research, like so many of the designs that are coming up have this type of t-shirt attached to them. Because if you think about the colors that they're being offered for this t-shirt, like for example the pepper or the yum or the moss, like a lot of these colors are very like Halloween, fall, like Christmas colors, and for some reason people just love that. And then you match that, you know, amazing color and product with like an amazing design, and you get like the perfect combination. So I have to mention it into this whole niche, even though it's not really a niche. But you can use this product with like any of the other niches that I mentioned and add like an amazing design. And trust me, like that could help you stand out, because people are going into Etsy specifically searching for this. And don't be afraid of the price, because the people that are searching for this, they know that it costs more and they're willing to pay for it. Number 27 is humor. Look, I saw so many like t-shirts and so many items that were like funny or even like sarcastic when it came to like the whole like Christmas time. So if you can incorporate that into your designs, especially if you're struggling with like graphics and you just want to create like text-based designs, this is like an amazing way to do that, because you just need like a nice font, right? And just make it about whatever the text is. And then if you're going to do this one, I will even go specific to like make it about a certain type of person. So like you can do like funny and mom, or funny and nurses, funny and teacher. Number 28 is another that's a little bit aesthetic, and it's the whole disco theme. Like this one is one that again was doing really well last year, and that is going to continue to do really well this year. And when I was doing research, I saw it everywhere, so I had to bring it up. Number 29 is this whole like pink Christmas. Guys, when I was doing research, I saw a lot of like pink designs, like pink trees and pink wreaths and anything that screams Christmas. I saw a lot of like pink colors. Like I saw light pinks, you know, more like the darker, like, you know, bright pinks, kind of like maybe like the whole like how that Barbie movie that came out, and a lot of things came inspired from that. That's a lot of pinks, kind of like that. So this one again is not really like a specific maybe like niche, but you can use like the colors and incorporate it, for example, with like teachers, with like nurses, with like moms, with like any of the other like niches that you are already working on. Number 30 is like bows, and I know people are calling this one like the whole like coquette, which is like kind of like a soft girl, like a lot of like bows, and like they usually are pink, but like for Christmas you can make them like red and green, like make it the colors of Christmas, but it's like a very like soft, like kind of like aesthetic. And there's also like fruits, and there's also like, you know, like animals, like I've seen like rabbits and little teddy bears. But I've seen this everywhere, especially like for Halloween right now, like Halloween designs. I've seen people put this like in everything. I've seen like ghosts with it and pumpkins with it. That like for Christmas is not going to be an exception. So if you can even incorporate this with any of the other niches that I mentioned, that can help you stand out even more so. And if you're still here, make sure that you do leave me a comment saying like here, because I know this video was long. And as promised, there are a couple tips that I do want to give you. The first tip is make sure that you don't go and take all these niches and saying, I'm going to go design for all of them. Like that's just not going to work. You're not going to see any traction doing that. Take these niche ideas as ideas. You can either decide to like target some of them or target none of them, but it's up to you to figure out how you want to do it. But if you are going to target any of these ideas, I would say start with like 1, 2, maybe 3. I wouldn't go and like do all of them at the same time, because that's not going to be helpful. You're not going to see any traction from it. Where you're going to see traction is by really going hard and deep into like one of them or 2 of them. Like for example, if you decide you're going to do like, you know, like a specific types of moms, well, go more into that. Go and figure out what works for those niches. Go and see what already sells for those niches and add designs for those. But if you go like mom and pets and nurses and teachers, and then you're all over the place and you're creating 50 billion designs for all of them, and then you're saying it doesn't work, well, of course it doesn't work, because you didn't give it enough time to go and research and to go and learn what truly works for those specific niches. So that's why I do recommend that if you're going to be targeting, that don't target all of them all at once. Try to find 1, 2, max maybe 3, and go really deep into those and really learn those niches and really figure out what does well and what doesn't do well for those. The second tip that I want to add is that if you already have evergreen niches that sell for you, then go and focus on those first. For example, if you're already in the teacher niche and that already sells well for you, go and add your holiday spin to those designs that are already working for you, because you already have something that works. So why not add more gasoline to that fire that already is working? And again, if you're wanting more like specific like niches that do sell on Etsy, that do work, that are proven, is like all done for you, again, make sure that you do check out the Podsubn niche resource that I'm going to be leaving a link for in the description. That resource is amazing. It's all based on research. It's all based on like niches that sell on Etsy, and it's all done for you. All you need to do is just go and like research the niches to make sure that you are making designs that people are wanting, but the niches are already all listed for you. I would love to hear from you in the comments, so make sure that you do leave me a comment and let me know which niche you like the most or which one you're thinking about incorporating this holiday season. And I see you guys in the next one.